Welcome to episode Running from Pixels, a podcast about nothing and everything. In this episode, I'm going to be focusing on Lady Decade. Not necessarily her, because I don't know her and I don't really care about her or what she has to say, really. The funny thing is, I subscribed to her just recently because she came up into my recommended feeds. And the first video I get from her is the I'm Afraid one, where she's begging for money or help, both. So it's just like, oh my god. But the backlash is what I'm going to be talking about because I'm finding it interesting, y'all. Everybody and their mother is kind of covering it, and it comes to two sides. Is some of them are defending her, which is mostly the bigger YouTubers. We have Tipster, the Quarteting. It goes on. People that I stopped watching a long time ago. Nothing against them, just they were talking about people and stuff that I didn't care about. Then I got the other people who are sensible and know the rule of law. The one that I've been watching most lately is Bomernee TV Bob. He's getting all technical with it, doing some research and getting into the nitty gritty with the law, and I appreciate that. Especially when it comes to UK law and copyright, because I have no idea. When it comes to the US, I do have a better understanding. But one thing that I do take away from this whole video before I start with Bob is we gotta be careful with the images we just use off of Google. I know they're easy. Sometimes we just want to get like an image of a something homeless man maybe, but you never know. It might be like somebody's body of work. I been watching Bob's content, and he's getting crazy with it. He already has 3 videos on it. Talked about it maybe 5 times at least. But like I said, I'm enjoying his videos. He's talking mostly about the law, doing his research, and actually quite fun. But of course, it isn't without controversy. I see him on Twitter getting all crazy with Tipster. What's going on, y'all? Now, Bob released some private messages between him and Tipster. Or not private messages, DM messages. DM messages. Those can be private if you choose to, but necessarily are not. They're just direct messages. I guess you name them different and they're something different. I don't know. Messages that get sent to me, I usually keep them private no matter what. That being said, it seems like Tipster reached out cordially and just said, I'm going to be reacting to your video, and if you want to come on later on so that you can discuss and debate me about it. And Bob seemed very excited in those responses. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be technically savvy. I know what I'm doing now. I have all this research, and then it just stopped. Like, there was no follow-up, I guess. Or maybe Bob, I'm not sure if he has more information, but it pretty much he was just blocked after that, and that's how the story goes. But it's funny just seeing how like all this stuff is just brouhahaing between creators, all because one lady cried about stealing someone's picture. But again, I understand because they've been making a lot of money off of other people's work, and to now give some of that money back, especially when it ain't like they're living the high life, the full-time youth. Some of them are, but I mean, people that are just kind of scraping by with 100,000 subscribers don't really get much advertisement and stuff. Who don't work, you know what I mean? Unless you're hustling like the quartering, you know what I mean, and other people. But I'm sure they make enough money to get by. But I'm just saying they're not living large. They're not gonna, like how they're gonna pay back all this money to all these creative people. They already use their stuff. If somebody like this, I don't know his name. I'm really not interested too much. But if people like him are going into YouTubers, big YouTubers, videos, backlogs, and saying, hey, this picture's mine. I took this, blah blah blah. You owe me this much money for licensing. And like I said, everybody's getting into it. In the same tweet where Bob showed that he was blocked by Tipster, you see the RetroBro coming in and throwing Saggy under the bus, saying that Tipster's her homie. Oh, and then you see Saggy coming up like, what the hell are you tagging me for, man? It ain't my fight, which is true. It's true. The funny thing is though that I did the first thing I thought though when I saw Tipster blocking Bob, I was like, oh shit, there's Saggy's friend. So I mean, I can understand where RetroBro's coming from, but you don't throw that out there. It's just trying to get Saggy all involved. But she was smart enough to kind of stay out of it, which is cool. She said it's not her fight, which is not. It's just interesting to see what's gonna happen. What's Bob gonna do? What are you gonna do, Bob? You gonna go to war with Tipster? I want to see you go to war with Tipster. Oh, you seem so excited to be on his show and those messages, and just for him to pull the rug from under you, and not give you a reason, just block you, man. I wonder if Tipster has the Geek Getaway blocked. Because Bob is going hard now that he's part of the Geek Getaway co-host. Throwing it all in his videos, showing everybody what's up. Now, if I had some advice for Bob, it would be don't show all your cards before the interview. He was going to have you on, but you let him know what you were going to talk to him about, what you were going to counter his arguments with. The truth, the law, and you had all this research ready for him. I have a feeling he just thought, fuck it, why am I going to have him on and make me look dumb on my own show if I can just pretty much spin the narrative the way that I want to spin it? So next time, when someone wants you on their show, just say, yeah, sounds great. Give me the time and date and let's do it. Don't let them know what you're going to talk about. Don't let them know about all the research that you already did. It's only going to intimidate them and they're not going to want to have you on. Unless it's something like where they want to get your expertise from, which this is obviously not the case. He wanted to react to your video and then kind of dunk on you on his show as well. And that's going to do it with that. I come to the realization that this podcast about nothing and everything is most likely for my subscribers, and not necessarily just my subscribers, but those who want to get to know me better and who actually want to be part of the community and not just somebody who subscribes to watch a video once in a while, although I do appreciate you as well. So with this podcast, the whole aim of it was to get to know me better. So you guys get to know me better and just everything that goes on in my normal day. Not necessarily just like stuff that I want to wow you with or anything. It's just like a recap of my life, what I've been doing this week, or I don't know, I guess it's been a month. Last time I talked to you about a video about my boss quitting. And so it's been about 5 days since, about a week now since he's been gone. And I got a raise. They said it was because inflation or what, and to help me through this. I know I got a raise because it was like a mid-year raise. And I'm sure it's because they know it's going to get tough in this couple of months. And they want to make sure that I don't quit. And there's also, I'm expecting one at the end of the year, so we'll see what it goes. I got a 7% raise or something. I don't know where my paper's in the car somewhere. But yeah, I got raised, so that's good. My job's fine right now. I know a long time ago I had a big old rant about not wanting to go to work, but right now it's like I said, I'm cruising. It's pretty chill. I go in at a reasonable time, get out at a reasonable time. This week, I'm only closing one day. I don't really like closing because I feel like I can't do anything in the morning because I have to go to work later on. So it's like it kind of just ruins my day. Not that work ruins my day, but just that time off. So I'd rather just get work done right when I wake up. Not right when I wake up. I like to chill, have my coffee. Take a smoke if I need to. But yeah, work is doing wonderful, y'all. I also started getting back into talking crapola to the Sony fanboys with my latest show called X Balls. I don't put X Balls on there because we know how YouTube is. Instead, I just showed some X Balls. Xbox logos, the balls. But the show is called X Balls. It's pretty much just shooting the shit. It's made for fun. I don't take it that seriously, although I do love my Xbox, and I prefer it over the PlayStation. I like to poke fun, y'all, and that's what that series is about. I still play my PlayStation. I still appreciate all games. I just wish they were just all on Xbox. That's all. That's all. Anyways, the show just meant to have fun, throw some memes up there, show some gameplay of the games that I've been playing recently. Nothing crazy, just some stuff for y'all to watch. Speaking of X-Balls and Jaffe, I recently subscribed to David Jaffe's YouTube channel, and he recently had the Quarteting. Since I've been talking about him in the podcast, might as well mention this because this is a damn good interview. Now, me, I'm always on the fence on the Quarteting. Like, I'm not sure. Is this mother effer a racist or is he not a racist? He has racist tendencies. Is it just me being oversensitive? I don't know. I'm always on the fence. But some of his shit does annoy me, so I stopped watching him, obviously. But I never hated the guy. People accuse him of being a gateway to the alt-right. Everything's a gateway into everything. So, I pay no attention to that. I just kind of, just take in what he puts out. And sometimes he has bad takes, obviously. But sometimes he seems kind of reasonable. But so, like I said, I'm always on the fence with this guy. But this interview he had with David Jaffe was quite good and interesting. He came out quite good. But it was a different kind of interview because they also had call-ins as well. And I'm not sure if Jeremy was prepared for the call-ins, but Rich called in. At first, I did not know who it was because it did not sound like Rich. Usually, Rich has this big old deep-sounding voice, probably his mic. But the way he came across over the phone or however he called in through Discord, it sounded much like me.
All right, here we go. The one and only, my good buddy, Review Tech, Rich, you were on with your good friend, The Quarteting. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Jeremy? How are you? What's up, David? I thank you for being on.
Oh, of course. Looking forward to talking to you Thursday. What's going on?
No, so
I can't hear him.
Oh, wait, he can't hear you. Let me fix it. Hang on.
Okay.
Why would you not be able to hear him? Are you guys?
I got him now. I got him now. Yep,
all right,
yep.
Go, Rich.
Okay. Jeremy, for a guy who says he's very anti-cancel culture, you're a pretty cancel-happy guy. Am I not wrong? Haven't you tried to cancel me a few times for things that are a decade old? And on top of it, you put out lies about my family and scamming my parents out of a house I bought multiple times, too. For a person who says he's about the truth, I have receipts that could prove quite otherwise. Why? How is that?
I don't think I've ever asked. I don't think I've ever called for you to be deplatformed. I don't think I've ever gone after your sponsors. I've just responded to you. I'm pretty sure that I've never asked anyone to deplatform you. So I'm not quite sure how you define cancel culture.
Cancel culture is where you actually worked with a former stalker of mine to put out misinformation about me. I know that's how you got those old Facebook posts. You also said you should keep that money for your kids just recently.
You should keep all the money for your kids. I think that's good investment.
Yeah. Oh, you do think that's a good investment?
Yeah.
So you put it out there.
Your kids are a great investment.
But I guess Rich got his chance to confront Jeremy, and it went as well as anybody would have thought it would go. Nothing was resolved, and it just stayed at that. But the podcast, I mean, everybody was just calling in and giving Jeremy shit for the most part, and he just, kind of took it with stride and tried to explain himself the best way he could. And I don't know, it was just a good podcast and a good video to watch, since a lot of people need things to see on the internet. If you got time, I think it's a pretty good interview. They went over trans rights. They went over, I'm not sure what you call it, when you do the procedures to change your sex. I guess I didn't know, but David Jaffe has a trans child, so it's very dear, a subject that's near and dear to his heart, obviously. But he explains the process that he is going through with his child, and the process that he already went through. But It's a very interesting, and like to talk to the Quartering about that, Jeremy. Face to face and more intimate setting. I don't know. It's interesting to see. And that's all I'm saying. It was probably the video that I recommend this week, even though I do like a lot of Bob's videos and everybody. We'll see what they're doing. That one is definitely one just to watch. Is probably the most interesting one that I watched this week. Now, that's going to do it for this episode. Remember, when shit's the fan, run.